there are a very few or limited ones for NET. So what were your strategies for the preparation of NET? How did you prepare for it?
Like AI, machine learning, the subjects which are not the part of our core curriculum, they were not.
Importance of self-study in the exam preparation. Were there any YouTube videos or the YouTube coaching classes?
In YouTube videos, they are providing you very limited amount of material, but in books you will find ample amount of questions.
So library is the source.
You won't get that passionate, get that motivation, and so for that JRF is the key. You get a good amount of stipend. I think it's
and many students may not find it as relaxing as you find it. Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Unfiltered PhD series. If you are a master's student or a budding researcher in India, I'm sure there's one acronym that keeps you awake at night: NET. Whether it's a dream of becoming a professor or securing a JRF position to fund your research, the National Eligibility Test is the ultimate gateway. But how do you crack the country's toughest examination along with your academics? To help us decode the syllabus, the strategy, and the mindset required, we are joined by someone who has not just cleared the exam but is living a PhD life. So please welcome our guest, Dr. Nancy Agarwal, a PhD qualified from Jamia Millia Islamia University. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome on the show.
Hello, Meg. First, I would like to thank you for starting this series, because just a day ago there was a student who just wanted to do the PhD but have so many questions, and it took me at least half an hour, because out of my busy schedule, and I don't know. I was just asking, why don't you Google all that questions? So he was like, ma'am, I'm not getting any idea. So I think this series is really going to benefit those students. And now I would introduce myself. This is Dr. Nancy Agarwal. I cleared my MCA in June 2013, and then I cleared my NET exam with JRF in December 2013. After that, I did my PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia, and then during my research I applied for ERCM scholarship, which is also a research fellowship, and I cleared that fellowship, and then I went to Norway to conduct my postdoctoral. Now I am working as a assistant faculty in Calcutta University.
Thank you so much for your introduction, ma'am. Starting with the first question, why did you choose your career in research and prepare for NET?
Uh, Actually, it was my passion. Whenever I was studying in MCA, so what most of the students used to do, just look at the previous year questions, and then they used to prepare for the exam. But what my strategy is to just go thoroughly towards the concept, read the books. So I just like study. So that's why I go choose this research journey.
Okay. And also, there are multiple coaching institutes for other competitive examinations to mention. But there are a very few or limited ones for NET. So, what were your strategies for the preparation of NET? How did you prepare for it?
Okay, luckily I was able to find one institute who was providing this coaching, but I do agree that this market share for .NET for NET exam is limited, but there are for example the Sarai Kale Khan. I know that that is the place where there is a hub for providing the coaching for NET exams.
Okay.
But in my experience, you cannot rely fully on these coaching institutes, because when I joined the institute, I find that they were not providing all the training material for all the subjects. For the core subjects like data structure, DBMS, software engineering, the tutors were good. But for the subjects like AI, machine learning, the subjects which are not the part of our core curriculum, they were not up to the mark. So for that, we have a batch for 10 to 15 people. So what they did, they delve into the negativity, like they are not providing the coaching how we are going to clear the exam. But what I will suggest you, or I say that don't rely completely, have some self study also. Whatever they are providing, for example, I know that for out of 14 subjects they are providing good quality material for 8 or 9 subjects. That was enough. For the rest of the subject I did from as a self study. So yes.
Okay, can you mention any specific resources for self study? Like you just mentioned the importance of self study in the exam preparation. Were there any YouTube videos or the YouTube coaching classes, the tutorials? And can you specify any resources for this?
I guess there are many, but first I think you should go with the book. I know that now the students are not indulged in reading books or in studying books, but in YouTube videos they are providing you very limited amount of material, but in books you will find ample amount of questions. So
So
for
library is the source.
library, yes, for sure. Library, you have to read these standard books like Corman, Navathe, all that. The the concept they provide you, they are not available on the YouTube. In YouTube, you, for example, how do you search? For example, I want to learn Python, so I'll say I want to learn Python, or you are giving the query and then you are getting the answer. So how do you know that if you do not query, the answer would not come to you? But in the book, everything is there, so you
Okay.
won't miss out anything.
Okay. So how much does the JRF tag actually matter for PhD?
It matters a lot.
Okay.
UGC qualifies you, but JRF empowers you. See, you have PhD is a lots of investment of your time. It's like 3 to 5 years, and if you are not financially independent, you won't get that passionate, get that motivation. And so for that, JRF is the key. You get a good amount of stipend. I think it's 37,000 for JRF and 45 around for SRF. So during, if you are in full time, I think JRF is must.
So does JRF stipend provides financial freedom to focus on the research?
Yes, yes, for sure. Because I was JRF, so the job, I was not looking for job, and I was not worry about job. It feels like I'm doing job because I'm getting paid, and the amount is not that less. It's 35,700 plus HRA, and they also provide you the contingency. They also provide you the funds for attending the research conferences. And if you have a good conference paper in international, um, maybe in outside India, so there are schemes that provide you fully funds like 1 lakh 2 lakh funds to visit there.
Okay. Isn't it useful for private sector jobs or is it only useful for professorship?
um uh, if we see right now, the AI is everywhere,
Yes.
and you cannot overlook AI now. And there are job markets for AI. If you know that the data scientist, machine learning engineer, for that kind of job, they prefer PhD. So right now the PhD is not limited to the faculty positions only. Earlier it might be the case,
Yeah.
but this is the time, I mean, this is the time for the PhDs only, because only during the PhD you can able to devote so much time to the research. And the right now all the R&D job position, machine learning positions, AI position, they want PhD students.
We wanted to know about your strategy for net preparation. How did you split your time between the general aptitude test and the core subject questions?
Okay, general aptitude exercises, I take it as the relaxation ones, because when I used to prepare the preparation for core subject, it needs so much mind presence, analytical thinkings, problem skills, all that. And when I came to this general aptitude, it's a theoretical story, interesting. So I, my time management was like when I was commuting from my home to the coaching in metro. So I used to take all the notes, the for general aptitude I used to prepare there. And once I'm very tired of doing so much mathematical and core subject calculation, so for the relaxation I so there was not time management like for time dedicate this much time to this dedicate this much. This preparation was just like a relaxation exercise for me.
Since general aptitude is a deal breaker, and many students may not find it as relaxing as you find it, so what tips would you give to such students who would find difficult to solve these general aptitude questions?
Okay, first I think in general aptitude you need to categorize the domain also, because there is one domain like teaching aptitude, then there is another domain like constitution, and then we have a domain like which needs some basic maths. So for this constitution, for this teaching, I think take it just as a story. And teaching aptitude, do not leave mm, it more relate to your sense. Then so have do this for sure. I think 5 to 7 question do come from this teaching part. And then follow a book again. There are very good books where they provide the sample questions and the previous year questions. And then don't just mug up the answer. Go to the Google, go to the Chat GPT, have a question, then get a detailed background from there, so that only then it will feed into your mind. If you are just mugging up the answer at the time when you are, it will jumble up.
Yes.
So you have to know the whole story behind that question, I'll suggest.
Okay. And how do you decide which part of the syllabus to skip?
I For that, previous year questions plays an
The most
important,
important
yes.
role.
Because the the question which are not appearing for like 10 years, 15, so don't give much priority to those concept.
Okay. And the previous year questions or the mock test, which is more useful in the preparation?
Both are required but in sequence. Because previous year question will give you the idea that what kind of question you have to prepare. So based on that you will prepare your concept, you will prepare your understanding part. But again, when you are in the exam, there is a time clock of 3 hours, so you also need to learn that how to attempt all these questions in just 3 hours. You need to
Yes.
learn that time management. So for time management skills, you should go with a mock test. So the sequence is get a thorough understanding, depth understanding using these previous year questions. And then for the time management, that how much in time you are able to complete this paper. So both are necessary but in a sequence.
Okay. So the takeaway from this question is, for time management, mock test is very important, but for the completion of syllabus, previous year questions are very important,
Yeah,
right?
for depth understanding.
Okay. What would you suggest? One should attempt NET during their master's program, or should take a drop year?
It depends upon the preparation of the student. For example, in my case, as I said that I started my preparation in the final year itself, and then I went for coaching for 6 months, and then I cleared. So it depends upon the student. I know that I am able to clear that because during this 2.5 years of my learning in MCA, I know my concept were clear because I read books. Please guys, do not rely on the YouTube videos. Please read the books if you want to clear this NET exam, the standard books, because there you will get to know the core concept. They will make you they will clear your concept. And if you are really interested in clearing this exam, start preparation from first semester itself. And you don't need to actually prepare, just have thorough understanding of your core subjects. My basics were clear just because my teacher were good. I was going through the books, so the software engineering, DBMS, networking, programming, all that core part. So read the books throughout your course, the MCA, any post graduation that you are doing. And if you think that you have done that, then fine, final year is fine. Otherwise you have to, take a drop. But again, just taking one drop doesn't guarantee that you will clear the PhD. You have to develop your analytical skills. You cannot rely on the coaching, you cannot rely on anything if your mind is not there.
Okay. This question is for those who have failed by 1 to 2% of margin. So, what would be the secret behind this gap?
I think who fall behind just 1 to 2%, they are lacking in time management, or maybe they are not able to perform under stress. So
Okay.
for those students, I will suggest that mock test will help you, because I think that uh, your concepts are already clear. That's why you are just lagging by 1 to 2%.
Once a student has qualified the PhD exam, okay, then what are the necessary steps to be taken immediately after PhD applications?
Okay, I think first the congratulations that if you have cleared your the exam. And I think then another clock starts ticking. Look for the PhD call for PhD proposal. uh, Start visiting the university, your dream university, start meeting the supervisors, and also start working on the research topic you want to work on, because you are going to invest 3 to 5 years on that topic. So get to collaborate with the researchers, take help from them, so that you can decide a good research topic which is trendy enough.
Okay. So, does NET guarantee a seat in IITs in JNU, or is it just a filter?
No, it doesn't guarantee, because there are so many students who are going to clear the net exam. So but yes, in every university there are entrance exams. So you are not supposed to give entrance exam if you have cleared the net. But if you are JRF, then you will be considered at the top priority for the universities.
So, when did you decide to win a JRF? Was it during the NET preparation, or once you cleared your NET after the NET preparation? So, when did you decide that?
Actually, in my case, I cleared my JRF in first attempt. So, as I said, in my intro, that I passed my MC in 2013 June, and in December I cleared both the net and the JRF. So my motivation for getting JRF was like, see, there is a rule. If अगर आपको 70%, योर टारगेट इज 70%, आपको पता है चाहिए, तो आपको एक इंटरनली आपको एक उससे भी अपर टारगेट सेट करना पड़ता है, सो दैट दिस टारगेट इज अचीवेबल. सो इन ऑर्डर टू आई वांटेड टू क्लियर माय नेट, सो आई सेट माय टारगेट एज दैट आई हैव टू क्लियर द JRF. So
Okay.
that was my motivation, but luckily I just clear, and my scores was also like point, like if the JRF was, the score was like 79.8, so my score was just like 79.8.
Wow, that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
How much does the JRF stipend change the actual experience of PhD?
I think in confidence, security, financial independence, and after once I had my PhD, I also had a good amount of in my bank account, the balance in my bank account. Uh, JR, if you are going for part time, then it's okay. Then it's up to you. You may clear JRF, you may not. But if you are going for a full PhD, full time PhD, you should go for the JRF. Otherwise, after a certain amount of time, see, you are having, you are sitting with the candidates who have cleared the JRF, and they are getting, amount like 37,000, 45,000. You are not getting anything. So somewhere, it demotivate you. So the passion goes down. The research is like,
Hmm.
why we are doing it, how it going to benefit me. So that question don't come to the student who has cleared the JRF.
So JRF secures you financially,
Yes.
but you advise for part-time PhD students that they if they haven't cleared JRF, then the corporate jobs are important for them.
I won't say that it is important. It's again, it depends on candidate to candidate, because if you want to go into the research, in case of part time, you won't get that much time. So there the quality suffer.
Okay.
Now it is up to you. If you are motivated enough and you want to do just research, you want to do study, then you can also go full time with no JRF. And also there are universities who are providing their own scholarship for universities like NITs, Jamia Millia Islamia also provides some stipend for the students who have not cleared JRF. Then there are
Okay.
other scholarship like Maulana Azadi scholarship. So there are other various fellowship schemes available.
Okay. So did JRF help you, skip the entrance exams or impress the interviewers?
Yes, because if you have cleared the JRF first, it directly reflects that you are hardworking, you are sincere, and I mean you are focused. So that help help in impressing the your selection committees, that is there. But if you just think that I have the JRF and I will clear the interview, that is not going to work. The both JRF plays a role, but you need to work on your research topic also, that you are working on.
Okay. And how does the path of a student who doesn't have a JRF looks like?
uh, who do not have clear JRF, that you
Yes.
are asking. uh, Now for that, you have various options. Like, you if it depends what is important for you. If finance is important, then you will go for part-time PhD. But if the research is important, then you will either go to the university who provide their scholarships, and then look for another scholarship like Vishwasarya, Maulana Azad, as I mentioned. So I think these are the ways.
Okay. What motivated you to choose research and clear the net?
Okay, in my case, it was passion. Whenever I used to study, I never looked at the previous year question during my MCA. I used to go thoroughly through books and reading all the concept, going into the depth. So I like studying a lot, and that's why I wanted to study. That's why I choose this research as a career. But if again, this is not only the motivation factor. Right now, if you want to make your career in academic, it is something now you uh, must have. I mean, the PhD is the mandatory, because you won't promoted from assistant to associate and the professor. So PhD is right now is kind of mandatory in the academic field. And one more motivation factor is the AI jobs.
Okay.
As you know that AI is everywhere, and the jobs like the machine learning engineer, machine learning senior machine learning engineer, they look for the candidates who have PhD or in the final year of PhD, so that they know the research part very well. The MCA students and the BTech student won't be able to give that much contribution into the jobs like R&D and the machine learning, and for that the PhD is requirement.
Okay. You cleared UGC net, right? And some few students, clear GATE. So what is the difference between GATE and NET, and what is the ultimate destinations for both the examinations?
I think GATE is when you are going from BTech to MTech, GATE is required there, but
Okay.
the NET exam is not required there. So that is one difference. And the scholarship, UGC NET comes with the JRF, but the
Yes.
GATE doesn't come that in that
Okay.
way.
Okay. But the
But
ultimate.
it gives it to help you exempting the written exam of the university. So GATE exam help you in exempting from the written exams, but the stipend that the
Hmm.
JRF give you,
Hmm.
GATE doesn't.
Okay. You have completed your postdoc from foreign university, University Norway, right? And if some of our viewers would like to enroll for PhD in abroad, so what is the process for this?
There is not a clear cut process, but definitely, if you are going for the PhD outside India, NET is not the criteria. Most of the university look for your research experience, and the only way you can demonstrate that you are good in research if you have a good paper in a good journal.
Okay.
I don't know if you are aware or not that there are various journals, but the
Yes.
quality depends on the indexing. Once you enroll in the PhD, once you in the research, then maybe you may have another series on the indexing of the journals. So they if you have a paper in SCI indexing or IEEE transaction, I think that is enough to demonstrate that you have the research capability. And once you have demonstrated that capabilities, the university that has opened the calls for PhD, they are very interested in having you.
Before wrapping up this episode, we'll have some fun rapid fire questions. So, are you ready for it? The most annoying unit in the NET syllabus.
I think it depends on the one you keep ignoring. I'll say that. I
Yeah.
cannot say anyone.
Okay. One book every aspirant in your subject must own.
Previous year questions. Everything in one.
Okay. Night owl or early bird for preparation?
Both. Study late and get up early.
Study late and get
Get
up
up
early.
early because
Okay.
it requires a huge investment of your time.
Okay. One word to describe the feeling of qualified.
Relief, beginning of dream.
Okay. So that is it. Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of today's episode. If there's one takeaway with my conversation with Dr. Nancy Agarwal is that NET isn't just an exam of memory, it's the exam of perseverance. Even though the road is tough, but the ultimate destination as an educator or the student is dreamy. A huge thank you to Dr. Nancy Agarwal for being so transparent with her highs and lows. And to all the listeners, be consistent and keep the why in your mind. Till then, subscribe to this channel, India Assignment Help. Till then, stay tuned and subscribe to our channel.